Morning Update Wednesday, Paul Lindman and Scott Lynn. What did your money buy you from the first ever annual session of the Oregon legislature? Let's talk to one of the legislative leaders joining us this morning, Senator Jenny Burdick, a Democrat out of Portland, President Pro Tem of the Senate. And full disclosure, Jenny and I went to high school together. She, the smart girl, me, of course, as you might surmise, the dumb jock. Virginia.
The two black sheep, I like to call us.
We had our detractors, that's for sure. So answer the question, Jenny. What did we get for our money out of you guys in Salem?
Well, we really got a good bargain in this first ever annual session. First of all, we did our main job, which is balance the budget, most significantly without cutting further for schools and without closing any prisons. We adopted important economic development legislation, and we provided relief for homeowners who have their homes in foreclosure. We did important work on health care transformation that will save us millions and millions of dollars in the future, including the establishment of a health care exchange to help businesses obtain insurance at a better rate on an open market.
What didn't you get done that you should have?
Well, you know, that list is not very long. This was a short session. It was meant to be limited. And I feel very strongly that the important things we had to do, some of them came close to the end. Foreclosure passed the Senate very easily, and it got hung up in the House, and it didn't pass till the final hours. But with that one done, I really can't think of a good example of something that we left on the table that we shouldn't have.
Yeah, that a foreclosure law that increases homeowner protections.
Senator Andy Olson from Canby said the legislature didn't tackle the big job, which was getting Oregonians back to work. Why couldn't more be done about jobs?
Well, we did things with jobs. We expanded enterprise zones to allow that tool to be used in more areas. We protected the enterprise zones that currently exist, and this actually came out of the committee that I chair. I'm sure many of your listeners have heard about the issues that Facebook faced in Prineville, where they were suddenly facing a tax burden. And so we fixed that problem. We established the Oregon Investment Act, which will consolidate economic development funds to better prioritize economic development investment planning. So we did quite a bit to help stimulate the job part of our economy. We also passed a bill making it illegal for potential employers to advertise for only people who are currently employed. We're only the second state to do that. It's an important thing to do because it's just not fair in an economy like this to discriminate against people who, through no fault of their own, have lost their job.
I was reading Michelle Cole's piece in the Oregonian the other day talking about the governor going 4 for 4, 2 education reform bills, 2 health care bills that were his priorities. How is this governor able to get bipartisan agreement on important measures while our president can't do the same thing with Congress? Can you draw a parallel there?
Well, I think the Oregon legislature has distinguished itself as working very hard to avoid the partisan gridlock that we face in Washington. We're not perfect. There were spats, there were disagreements, there were some games played, but by and large, we all got together, and it was very challenging because it was a 30-30 House, very close margin in the Senate, but we had a governor who was willing. He went to all the caucuses. He didn't just talk to Democrats, he talked to everyone, and his ideas were good. His ideas had the potential to run government, especially in the education and healthcare area, more efficiently with better benefit to the people it serves.
We should point out, and our time is all but up, that the extra 5 days taking longer than expected for the session cost us about $55,000 in just per diem costs, right?
That's correct. And we, obviously the Democrats wanted to work through the weekend, and the Republicans did not want to do that. So, but nevertheless, we finished within our constitutional deadline. We were hoping to better that deadline, and we did better it by 1 day. But we did finish within our constitutional deadline.
President Pro Tem of the Oregon Senate, Virginia Burdick, a senator from Portland. Good to talk to you again, Virginia, fellow Wilson High grad. I'll see you in study hall.
You too, Paul. See you later.